its diverse collection of geographical landscapes, Pakistan is fairly exposed to natural hazards. It is perhaps the country's rugged and snow-capped highlands in the north that are most prone to natural disasters. Gilgit-Baltistan, formerly known as the northern areas of Pakistan, falls in a high seismic activity zone. More than 80% of the local population lives in areas that are prone to earthquakes, glacial lake outbursts, floods, and avalanches. These hazards make the lives of the local communities insecure and directly endanger livelihoods by destroying farms, livestock, and houses. Most houses in northern Pakistan are traditionally built by rubble, stone, or earthen construction. It is largely due to a lack of awareness of safe construction techniques that leads to the construction of such houses. The structural weakness of traditional rural housing was exposed during the Kashmir earthquake of 2005, where more than 75,000 people lost their lives as a result of roofs that collapsed and structures that caved in. To introduce safe construction techniques and useful disaster risk reduction skills amongst the locals, the Aga Khan Planning and Building Service Pakistan initiated the Habitat Risk Management Program in 2007. This initiative was the direct outcome of AKPBSP's Alcan Award for Sustainability in 2005 and a donation from His Highness the Aga Khan. HRMP's goal to reduce vulnerability and promote safe habitats is formed on the fundamental principle that natural hazards can be prevented from becoming a natural disaster by appropriate disaster risk reduction techniques.
The Habitat Risk Management Program is one of the few initiatives in the world today which try to address disaster mitigation issues holistically at the village level and makes people aware of how things can be done so that tomorrow's disaster should not affect them too much. It teaches them how to build properly. It makes them conscious of the risk in their environment that they face every day, and it gives them the tools and the structures which enable them to take an active role in ensuring their safety for the future.
To mainstream disaster risk reduction amongst rural communities, HRMP uses a two-pronged strategy. Non-structural risk mitigation activities help local communities by establishing village planning and development organizations, increasing local awareness, providing trainings and technical advice in disaster risk reduction. Simultaneously, HRMP structural risk mitigation activities help retrofit and construct structures so that they are better able to withstand disasters.
इस प्रोग्राम का बुनियादी मकसद इस इलाके के अंदर सेफर कम्युनिटीज़ को प्रमोट करना है और बिलखुसूस कंस्ट्रक्शन के अंदर इस तरह के स्किल्स इंट्रोड्यूस कराने हैं कि जो पुराने घर हैं उनको ज़िलज़िले के हवाले से किस तरह हम बगैर गिराए महफूज कर सकते हैं और नए जो मकानात बनने हैं उनके अंदर किस तरह की चीज़ें हमने करनी हैं कि वो ज़िलज़िले के हवाले से मुज़ाहिम या महफूज बन सकें। इसके साथ साथ दूर अफ्तादा पहाड़ी इलाकों के अंदर सेफ हेवन शेल्टर कंसेप्ट को प्रमोट करना है।
Local communities and authorities are usually the first to respond to any disaster situation. Therefore, it is crucial to enhance the knowledge of local people to adequately respond to natural disasters. To help build local capacity in reducing risks, HRMP necessitates the participation of community beneficiaries. The program helps establish village-based planning and development committee, of which 50% women participation is mandatory. The establishment of these committees plays a crucial role in land use planning of villages and selection of artisans for training. The committees also encourage participation of village members in design and implementation of risk reduction measures and execution of seismic retrofitting and construction works. HRMP's awareness-raising activities focus on multiple segments of society, such as leaders and elders of the community, local volunteers, members of union councils, local politicians, school children and mothers, to help everyone contribute to disaster risk reduction and preparedness. HRMP also helps train artisans in safe construction and female youth in village mapping and documentation, disaster risk reduction and first aid.
कम्युनिटी को फ़ायदा ये है कि एक बाएतबार व मजबूत मकान के अंदर वो आराम से रह सकते हैं। पहले तो ऐसा है कि ये गिरेगा, कोई ज़िला आएगा या वैसे भी वो गिर सकता है, उसमें मटेरियल रफ इस्तेमाल होते हैं। इसमें ऐसा है मटेरियल ज़बरदस्त सही किस्म का इस्तेमाल हो रहा है।
इस ट्रेनिंग के बाद, इस विलेज में बनाने के बाद हमें ये फ़ायदा हुआ कि हमें रिस्क एरिया का मालूम हुआ कि कहाँ पे पत्थर गिरने का ख़तरा है, कहाँ पे सैलाब आने का ख़तरा है। तो इससे हमें ये फ़ायदा हुआ ना, ताकि लोगों को ये फ़ायदा हो, ये पता चला कि आइंदा ऐसे एरिए पे ऐसे इस पे वो अपना बिल्डिंग्स ना बनाए, अपना पैदावार की कोई चीज़ें वहाँ पे ना बनाए, ताकि इनको नुकसान ना हो जाए।
This is the house of Hazrat Shah in Khizr district of Gilgit-Baltistan. Earlier, it looked like any other traditionally built house in Khizr. With HRMP's technical assistance, Hazrat Shah's house is much safer and better able to resist earthquakes and other disasters. Similarly, HRMP has retrofitted the civil hospital in Singal so that key lifeline systems are not affected during earthquakes and other emergencies.
सेस्मिक रेट्रोफिटिंग जो है एक कंस्ट्रक्शन टेक्निक है जो कि मौजूदा घरों को बगैर गिराए उसके अंदर इस तरह की टेक्निक इस्तेमाल की जाती हैं कि उनको गिराए बगैर हम ज़िले के हवाले से उस घर को ज़्यादा महफूज बना सकते हैं, ताकि कोई मुस्तकबिल में कोई ज़िलज़ला आए तो वो बेहतर अंदाज में उसका मुदाफ़ियत कर सके। इसके जो सेलिएंट फीचर हैं उसके अंदर बुनियादों का मुस्तहकम करना, दीवारों को बेहतर अंदाज में उनको मुस्तहकम करना, जिसके अंदर हम वर्टिकल और हॉरिजॉन्टल बैंड्स कहते हैं, उनका उसके अंदर इस्तेमाल करना। उसके अलावा छत के वज़न को कम करना, उसके साथ बिल्डिंग प्लान के अंदर पानी से बचाना या डैम प्रूफिंग जिसे कहते हैं वो इसके अंदर शामिल है।
HRMP's techniques can easily be replicated in relatively poor communities. HRMP's planners also guide local masons on land use planning and structuring roads, irrigation channels, bridges, water supply systems, health units, electricity, and communication systems. The impact of HRMP's participatory disaster risk reduction approach in one of Pakistan's most disaster-prone and marginalized regions has been extremely valuable. Since its inception in 2007, HRMP has protected approximately 13,000 people in the Ashkaman Ponial valleys of Gilgit-Baltistan from future disasters, particularly earthquakes. Retrofitted 27 houses, 4 schools and 1 hospital in district Khizr. benefited thousands of people in the Khizr district through land use planning workshops, trained 13 local female youth in village hazard mapping and vulnerability assessment in 3 villages of District Khizr, trained 50 masons and carpenters in safe construction and seismic retrofitting, conducted PRA workshops on disaster risk reduction in 3 hazard-prone villages, Gitch, Chatorkhand and Faizabad Ashkoman, disaster risk reduction awareness raising workshops and safety drills conducted for 15 schools and approximately 1,000 children and teachers in Gilgit-Baltistan, organized the International Conference on School Safety 2008 to urge the government and civil society to dedicate resources for protecting children through safe school planning and construction.
HRMP is a very new initiative, and we struggle to find good examples and best practices around which a program like this could be structured. So we are learning. We are hoping that we are able to come up with a model in which, in a very cost-effective manner, we are able to reduce the vulnerability of a lot of people quite significantly.
Pakistan is exposed to a relatively high level of disaster risks due to its topography, population concentration, environmental degradation, and other factors. There is, therefore, little doubt that habitat risk management needs to become an issue of national priority. HRMP's cost-effective disaster risk reduction techniques help provide a safe environment for many remote and rural communities in Pakistan. With the participation of local communities, it is hoped that HRMP will significantly contribute to the global search for a solution to reduce risks of many natural hazards.